Welcome to Vedira, where timeless wisdom meets the pulse of modern awareness. What if the universe is not something we merely observe, but something we co-create? What if your very thoughts and awareness are not passive spectators, but the threads weaving reality itself? This is not a metaphor. It is a revelation. Today we journey into the mystery where science dissolves into soul, and discover that consciousness might not be an effect of the cosmos, but its original author. The illusion of separate self. The mirage of I. Most people live their entire lives under a single assumption. That there is a self, a separate I, inside their head steering the ship of the body. This sense of self feels so real, so constant, so central that questioning it seems absurd. And yet, the more closely we look, the more this I dissolves. Where is it? In the brain? The heart? A pattern of memory? A stream of thoughts? The mystics tell us. This I is not who we are. It is a reflection, a ripple, in the ocean of consciousness. The truth is more vast, more beautiful, more humbling. You are not a self inside a universe. You are the universe experiencing itself through a self. Echoes from the ancients. This is not a new idea. In the Upanishads it is said, Tat tvam asi, thou art that. The Atman, the inner self, is not different from Brahman, the universal consciousness. The Buddha taught that the self is an illusion, a temporary arrangement of conditions. In Taoist philosophy, the individual is like a wave that cannot be separated from the sea. And in the Gnostic texts, the divine spark is within, not outside. All of these traditions whisper the same truth. Your identity is not your ego. Your awareness is not yours alone. It is the field, vast, interconnected, eternal. Science begins to agree. Enter quantum physics. The more deeply we examine matter, the less solid it becomes. Subatomic particles flicker in and out of being. Reality behaves like a wave, until we look. And then, mysteriously, it becomes a particle. The observer changes the observed. And not just locally. Entangled particles, no matter how far apart, behave as if they are one. This is not mysticism dressed as science. It is science reaching the limits of its instruments, and finding the ancient truths waiting there. The field of unity. What does all of this mean? It means that your consciousness is not separate from the world. It is the thread that runs through all phenomena. The screen on which the movie plays. The dreamer of the dream. You are not a character trapped in the cosmic play. You are the playwright, temporarily dreaming as the character. To awaken is not to escape the dream, but to remember the dreamer. From observer to architect. The power of observation. Perhaps the most famous quantum experiment is the double-slit experiment. Particles, when not observed, behave like waves spreading across space. But when we observe them, they behave like particles, collapsing into specific points. In other words, reality changes based on observation. But what is observation? Is it a mechanical detector? Or is it conscious awareness? Many interpretations suggest that awareness plays a direct role in determining the outcome. True, this changes everything. You are not a passive witness of the world. You are an active participant, shaping the unfolding of possibility. The conscious universe. In the participatory anthropic principle, physicists like John Wheeler proposed something radical. That the universe requires observation to exist. Without consciousness there is no reality, only potential. This matches beautifully with Eastern teachings. That the world arises in Maya, a dreamlike projection. And that the seer and the seen are not two. Your consciousness is not simply perceiving. It is creating, collapsing the infinite into form. Every moment you become aware of something, you are like a painter choosing a brushstroke. Out of the infinite possibilities, to place on the canvas of time. Collective consciousness and shared reality. But what about others? If you create your own reality, how do we explain shared experiences, societies, history? This is where collective consciousness enters. Each of us is a node, a lens, of the universal field. Our beliefs, intentions, and actions resonate with others, like strings on a grand cosmic instrument. Collective karma. Cultural myths, economic systems, all emerge from shared agreements, sustained through repeated thought and action. This means that your personal vibration influences the collective field, and vice versa. When enough individuals change their minds, the world changes shape. Belief as blueprint. Here's where it becomes truly powerful. Belief is not just mental noise. It is energetic architecture. When you believe in scarcity, your reality bends around lack. When you believe in love, the world opens with grace. When you expect suffering, it finds you. When you awaken to freedom, the illusion unravels. This is not magic. It is alignment. You are constantly observing reality into being, through the lens of your assumptions. To change your world, you must change the observer. The cosmic canvas, our shared creation. The universe as a dynamic projection. What if everything you see, from the stars in the sky to the thoughts in your mind, is not out there but in here? What if the universe is a projection of consciousness, not a container of it? In Vedanta, the world is Namarupa, name and form, arising within Brahman. Modern physics echoes this in strange ways. The holographic principle suggests the universe may be like a 3D projection from 2D information. Space and time might be emergent phenomena, illusions created by deeper patterns we don't yet fully comprehend. What remains consistent across these ideas? Consciousness is not a product of the universe. It is the ground of it. Galaxies as thought forms. Imagine the cosmos as a living mind. In that mind, you are a thought, a pattern of energy with awareness. But so is a galaxy, a tree, the storm, the sun. Everything is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Everything is part of the same intelligence, expressing itself in infinite forms. This does not mean nothing is real. It means everything is alive. Every leaf, every breath, every heartbeat, is the universe noticing itself. You are not in the cosmos. You are the cosmos, briefly appearing as a person. The responsibility of creation. And with this realization comes a profound truth. We are not victims. We are co-creators. Yes, there is suffering. Yes, there is chaos and ignorance and pain. But these too are echoes of consciousness, seeking integration. Every time you choose compassion over fear, awareness over automation, creation over consumption, you change the entire field. You cannot control the whole world. But you can change your vibration, and that changes what you see and create. This is true responsibility. Not as burden, but as power. Rewriting the script, conscious evolution. Transcending the loop. Most of humanity lives in loops. Habits of thought. Emotional addictions. Cultural scripts passed down and repeated. But once you awaken to the truth of consciousness, you realize you can rewrite the script. The past is not destiny. The future is not fixed. Only presence is real, and in presence you have power. To evolve consciously is to step out of blame and into authorship. Step out of reaction and into response. Step out of sleep and into lucid living. Tuning the frequency. Your thoughts are not isolated. They vibrate, and that vibration attracts. This is not about thinking positive to avoid pain. It is about living in harmony with the creative force within you. When your intentions are pure, your actions become sacred. When your awareness is still, the world reflects clarity. When your heart is open, the universe becomes a mirror of grace. This is quantum karma, not moralistic but energetic. The more aligned you are with truth, the more your reality becomes luminous. Global awakening is possible. What happens when not just one person awakens, but millions? The collective field shifts. Old systems crumble. New possibilities emerge. We are standing at a threshold. Technology, science, spirituality, all converging. And the question is not what the future holds. The question is, who is holding the future? And the answer is, you. Embracing the mystery. And yet, even in this grand awakening, there remains mystery. We may never fully grasp how consciousness gives rise to stars. We may never solve the puzzle of being. But maybe that's not the point. Maybe the point is not to decode the play, but to dance in it, awake and alive. To remember that the cosmic drama is sacred not because it is logical, but because it is alive with meaning. And you, dear soul, are not a mistake in that play. You are the weaver. At Vedira, we do not seek control. We seek clarity. We do not chase answers. We embody the question. You are not here to survive the universe. You are here to remember that you are the thread it is woven from. So walk gently. Breathe deeply. Create consciously. And know, with each heartbeat, you are weaving the cosmos into being.